Good evening. Welcome. As I just start coughing my way through, it's round 31 of this 36 match league season, and we are looking forward to seeing this on the go. I'm just going to check it's actually working. Are we actually playing? Who knows? Who knows? Have we started? I can try and have a look. Yeah, we're underway. All is well. Right, so let's get this rolling the show with some games. Okay, so tonight we have got Green Park Rangers versus the Draft in a top 4 clash. Looking forward to that one. Glebe and Ballycastle. Ooh, I didn't even realise my teams were playing each other. Portrush versus Stout. A game that Portrush absolutely must win to keep their title hopes going. Samba versus Antrim in a Scott battle. And Shillelagh's up against the big time Belfast, the league leaders. And as we have a look at how the league's going, we can see that big time Belfast lead the way by goal difference. Plus 33 to the plus 28 of Portrush. 8 points back to Green Park Rangers. And then the Draft just 3 below. And a 12-point cushion back to Stout, who are in a battle with Ballycastle. Samba and Antrim can't be discounted from this battle for 5th. And Shillelagh's must take 3 points today if they're going to try and avoid that playoff at the bottom of the table. Well, into the first division, we can see the table first, and it's Drumorth, a point clear of the updraft, who are 3 ahead of Cookstown. Then 31 points back to Coleraine. Drumorth's got 100 goals now. Updraft 4 behind, and Cookstown 10 off the pace. However, look at the updraft defence, how good that is. Just 24 conceded in 30 games. We will see who's playing each other today. And it's Drumore versus Crusaders, Glenavon and Cookstown, and the Draft versus Linfield. So we'll get straight into the action in Division 1. And of course, we shall go to my own team. We'll go to Drumore, who line up with Kivu captain in the side again. I think the only change I made for this one was that Kadrea starts in place of Selness. So Sorochinsky steps onto the bench instead of Hans Tveit. David Redraw or David Redraw, whichever one you want to call him. Could be like Red Draft and Redraft, couldn't it? Anyway, Crusaders have Jody Tolan up front. And a surprising M Savage in the team. John Cheesewright in goal. Cheesemonger signing off Linfield. And yeah, no other stars of world football there at all, are they? So we shall kick off and see how this one goes. Sabolsky involved early on, looking for Sigalko, but didn't quite go. He's had a chance now, Sabolsky. Altintop involved. The ball in, Agahawa puts it wide. They've got to take 3 points to keep their title hopes going. Joe Cole came close. More from Sabolsky as he found Sigalko. Saeed taken down. Kutuzov. Nobody can get the opening goal yet, despite the chances. And that should have been a red card, I think, for somebody. A dangerous 2-footed challenge, but it didn't result in a red. Kadrea, the man who's running the game at the moment, some key passes. But as they approach half-time, nothing on the score sheet here. Kutuzov and Agahawa both carrying a bit of a knock at half-time. We'll take them through to a bit longer in the hope that they can get the breakthrough. But 7 shots to none. But goals are level, as it is in Germany, France, in the Women's World Cup right now as well. World Cup, European Championship, of course. It's also goalless in the Women's World Cup because it's not playing. And the hour has approached. This is not good. They make a double change to take Kutsov off in the middle of midfield for Rovniko and let Joe Cole wander. And then Agaho will come off for Brozek. Sorochinsky replaces Kodrea in a triple change. Can they get a goal? They need a goal. They really need a goal. And there was almost one, but it was almost at the wrong end. Follow up, couldn't get in. Still 0-0. Sigarko, a long way out, gets his 45th goal of the season. Relief. Absolute relief that they've got a goal. They haven't got a win, but they've got a goal. Chancellor. Beneteau called into action. Just 5 left. Looking for a second, but then, it's scored again. Crawling to a 1-0 win. Absolutely laboured to it in the end. But for all that they did, Crusaders were unfortunately beaten. Justin McBride with an 8 out of 10. 7 goals for him this season, but none today, and only one for Sigarko, as nobody really performed. Beneteau made one save that he needed. And that was it. In the rest of the division, we'll go to the updraft at this point, as I send the message out to see if anyone is watching. From the league, of course. Quick drink. There we are, yes. He is here. Scott is here. Well, let's go to his team instead then. We will go to wherever they've run off to. Cookstown. There we are. Lovely. Cookstown. Another number 1 fan turning up there. Scott and myself. So Cookstown, who last time round were beaten by Portrush in the Cup. No disgrace there at all. Related to that match, they are unchanged. And why not? They played pretty well. In fact, it was a decent performance. They need the win today after Portrush. After Drumore took their 1-0 very, very small victory. Fluggenhaven, Stephen Boner is in the team, Eddie Turkington, Gerard McMahon, ex-Spurs, Kevin Keegan on the bench. Well, we're head over heels in love with our substitute. Into this game we go. And we get back onto... it's a difficult one to read. That's why I don't have a drink. Anyway. So, being played in Strand with a chance. Turkington defending. Well, as Bill Oddie is watching the proceedings today. I think Keegan's on. Yeah, he certainly is. And Huntelaar with a chance, good save. Ball played in. John Welsh, he's been disallowed. And a red card for Lehman. Deary me. Cookstown now looking to take full advantage, but still not taking enough of the ball. Gareth Barry gets the opener. And a yellow card for like a bit of a dangerous challenge from somebody. And I think the floodgates will open in the second half. But John Welsh has got his goal. 2 less likely goal scorers. And they're 2 up at half time. Pardon me. So they've had to make 2 changes. Barry Morgan has gone off. That's a shame for him. Keegan and Johnny Wright have come on. For Cookstown, everyone's fit. We only have a 6 for Lythe, who's also on a yellow card, so anything you like to do there, 7 shots, 6 on target, just let us know. Still 1-1, 0-0. I said it was earlier on for the football. For the women's, it's 1-1, as is, and we shall keep it as is at this point. Why not? When you're 2-0 up, you make it 3. Huntelaar is in a great run of form at the moment, and will probably, if he gets to stay on, get something from this game. He's playing very well. Nobody's suffering. Lythe still on that 6, but Carr and Huntelaar on 9s. Been a good season for Cookstown. Even if they don't go up, they have had a season where the team has been building and getting better and better. And as is again, so we continue. Glenavon having made all their, well, they're not making all their changes, but 3 players have gone off, of course, earlier on. Huntelaar with a miss. Surely he's still doing the he's putting over the bar this time. Oh, Jack's with a chance as well. Huntelaar still not getting that 3rd. 5 minutes or so left of this one. Chances galore. And there's a goal for Huntelaar, 85th minute. Cookstown make it 4. Strand with the goal. Lovely stuff. Glenavon did not stand a chance. And Huntelaar with a 10. Having had 8 shots as a goal and an assist. Welsh 9, along with Carr, Jack, Strand, and Gareth Barry. And everyone has played well there, definitely. Dominant, 19 shots, 14 on target. And it keeps them in the hunt. And now we go over to the updraft, who last time out won 1-0 in a cup replay. Have they got tired players? Yeah, they are quite tired. But have there been changes? Dropped arrows is the order of the day. And interesting, they go for less attacking against a team that they would expect to beat by more. Well, maybe it's about making sure clean sheets come, because clean sheets are great for Murray Walker. Oh, yes. Linfield of Madison goal. Pardon me, apologies. Oh, Chinese night, very nice, by the way. Mark Morgan and Chris Morgan on the bench. What an exciting team. And Garth skates. Does he? Fast. We go for it. Saviola with an early goal. It looks like we're going to have just basically the status quo from before. 2-0 Meadow. I mean, absolutely Meadow getting booked. 40%. We absolutely have the same title battle position wise, just one game closer to the end. Saviola, oh, disallowed. Almost a 3rd. He's involved heavily as he scores again. And this I'm going to say he's probably another 3 goals in this game. Maybe I'll keep it low. 18,000 people watching 3 shots, 3 goals. Nobody suffering too much. I was a bit lower beforehand. So we roll into the next game. Next half. Let's see what happens. The German player lies on the floor, about to get back up. see that I'm 75, but he did start at 93, so he's not doing too badly. We shall leave him. He's the captain, of course. We'll resume first half hour. I think goalkeeper's bottle with penalties written all over it. Notice there, 5 minutes to the shootout. Not well hidden. 10 minutes till the end of the game here. Saviola with another chance. I said there'd be another 3 goals. Maybe I meant just 3 goals. Comfortable win. 3-0. They only had 1 more shot on target, and Linfield did as well. So rolling into the next one, 40 passes from Georgic, 1 ahead of Mido. Mido is heavily involved in the air. Saviola, man of the match. Not the worst performance from Linfield either. Okay, so we head into the top division. Probably the best way to start with this would be to go in with Ballycastle versus Glebe. So Ballycastle changing things up a little bit. Jankowski scored a hat-trick in the Cup in a recent performance, so he is being, not a hat-trick, 2 in the Cup, and played very well. He's being played up front with Podres and Zhibovsky moving backwards a step. Giovan kept in the team. Romoshenko hasn't been recalled because Petkov played well, so Petkov will do the job again. Repka and Gagera back in the side, and we still have Begansky and Poborski out wide for this one. I think that should be how it is. Begansky, yeah, he's been playing, hasn't he? Absolutely. And Nigmatulin back in goal. Ballycastle hoping for more points, but on the other hand, Glebe need the win. And Jordi Cruyff is back in the side after being recalled from the reserves. I think that was the only first team change that I made, but Yule is on the bench instead of Cafes after Cruyff has tucked his place. Can I speak properly? That would be nice. Heading into this game, probably best to have a bit of a drink and stop the croaking. So, which way will this go? Rick Trevorrow refereeing. Well, nobody scored in the first 6 minutes, so boring. Blimey. 15 minutes before anything's happened here. Repka taking a card. I don't know if he's been banned already or it's time for another one. Zhibovsky, he's come forward from centre midfield and scored. It's the kind of boost he needed. He's been a little quiet recently. Carlos Germano beaten. Glebe beaten already. The Ballycastle side is looking stronger in the second half of the season. Up around that 40-point mark. Striker's not doing quite so well for Ballycastle at the moment, but the only shot of the game has gone in, just like in last match as well. We're keeping the Glebe side as it is, and the Ballycastle one for the next 15 minutes at least. 50 minutes in, still very little in terms of chances in this one. And 60 has been reached. Parla, Savarese and Jock and Cahill not having the best of matches, but you can't take everyone off. Cruyff goes off, Nanami will replace him. And a bit of a change to the system here. Jock and why are we changing that up? Fortune, who's going to come off? Someone else is going to come off. I think it will be Ray Parler for Lopez Ricard. Fortune will go and play there, and Lopez Ricard will play off the front. He will not. Yeah, won't be Lopez Ricard playing. Diop and Ruta will play off there. Up for Ballycastle. Now Baganski on 86 is the only one who's not doing quite so well. Jankowski is still 1-0. Don't leave everything as it is. Why not? Potter is having a bit of a quieter spell at the moment in the team. He's had a good season, but hoping that he can get something in these last few games. Jankowski's had a chance, and it was saved. Played in, and Zhabowski scores a second. And Ballycastle take the points, and Glebe. Are they down or not quite? Who will have to say there were no real standouts in the match. Obviously, the 2 goals helped, but only Savarese, who started the and Diop, who started the game, finished below a 7. Not the best advert for the SLS, but Zhabowski has been a good find this season and ends with his 9th goal of the season. He's 8th in the league. He's taken himself over 10 for goal contributions in the league. Repka won 10 tackles. So we'll go on to Antrim versus Samba. Chris Samba. Antrim, who last time, looks like they go. Morioka out, Holovko in. Last time round, beating Portrush by a 0-0. And that was in the Cup, was it? No, Premier Division, of course, yeah. Huge result for Antrim. Massive score. And they deserve what they got. That's why they're keeping themselves away from that bottom 2. Oh, what an attempt from the French player there. Nearly in the last minute of extra time. Smashing the crossbar. Chris Hope is the captain of the Samba. They lost the draft 2-1 last time out. They have Guigu out for Cruz. And wasn't the only change? I think it is. So Cruz playing in a rather different role to where you may expect, but let's do it. Why not? Arce in a position in the midfield. Let's say this is the game that takes it over the halfway stage in today's round of fixtures. Larry Pike, the ref, he gave out 8 cards to Portrush in the same match. Oh, a clearance off the line from Antrim. A lovely pair of kits, to be honest. Some great colours. Samba are under a bit of pressure from Antrim at the moment. And there is a goal. Lee Fowler. But Fallon equalises just a minute later. This game is going to life. And Zamorano. What a turnaround. Very, very quickly. Agostinho with 2 chances. A game that is certainly giving us the entertainment. Pirlo, unlucky. Welsh, not quite doing as well as he'd been doing earlier this season. Gronkert and a high check, good save. And just minutes to half time. Hope with a chance. Hopeless. Antrim with a game worth of shots in the first half. Samba with no injuries to report and everybody playing at 7 and above. Good first half. Antrim, well, everyone playing at 7 and below. Welsh at 82% has naughty leg. They are the team that probably need the most looking at this point. Preciado on the bench, if anything is needed. Reminder of those ratings and stats. Samba were looking strong, coming from behind very quickly. Roll both. Yes, indeed. Please. Oh, don't worry. I know you've got your manners. You're fine. We shall restart the action. 5 minutes to 3. 5 seats empty in the stadium. Sorry, 5 minutes to the empty stadium. I don't know. I was going to say that. Noel Solano has got the third goal for Samba, who still looking fine. Not fine. Arce's not bad groin. Interesting. And Otado also with a poorly foot. And Ciso, is he carrying a look as well? No. So rating wise, they're looking pretty solid. Mostly onto 8s now. Antrim. Still no one above a 7. Gronka, Welsh, they're the ones taking the bit of pain. Samba, as is, not surprised. Gronka has been having a good game. There's been some okay performances here. Orbais, Fowler, Olovko, Gronka, Nahai, Chicken Pill. Chances. I think Antrim will be rolling some. Yeah, just one. Just one. Welsh of Preciado, who's got a good scoring record this season. Good to see that he's onto the pitch. Samdrin, 3-1 it is at the moment. Mr. Pike not giving up too many cards today. Preciado was certainly giving it a go. As the women's match goes to penalties. Alovko is booked. Chance again. Antrim just not quite getting into this one. Samba having a great performance to take the win. Looking for a fourth late on. Wasn't to be, but you see, Antrim, look at that. 13 shots on target. And, they found Oscar Cordova in great form. Play Big Time Belfast next. Yes, I shall. Good stuff. Look at that. What a great set of performances there. And Fowler managing himself up to a 9 as the only one to do so for Antrim. Samba looking superb. Belfast versus Shillelaghs. We have Sean Dyche in the 3 sweepers. You can ask questions. Dyche, Pochettino and O'Shea playing as sweepers. This is Sean Dyche's first league match. And they played 3 sweepers in the cup. And they're out of the cup. So let's see what happens for them as Ned Smith, the second, takes charge in this match. As Germany score their penalty. Last time out, Big Time Belfast won. And today they see no reason to make changes. And I am not surprised. Strong team. Cafu and Zeriberto, the chosen wide men for this one. It's Big Time Belfast looking to keep them on edge in pedant. Refereeing. Slow. Oh yes, new manager of course. Oh, this could be interesting. New manager bounce. Will there be that? Roberto's cross. Nick Barmby plays it out casually. And Buffon, as the German goalkeeper makes a save. Zidane goal. I'd love to see Del Vecchio between the sticks here. I think it makes Del Vecchio agility 16, positioning 16, jumping 20. Pretty. Agility 13, 17, 13 for jumping, 4 assists. Pretty. And just ask the question, if he is staying in goal. Germany have a 2-goal lead in the penalties. Cafu, captain. Buffon. See, this is his new manager stuff for Shillelagh's here, surely. And it's a 1-0. It's Eto. I mean, we make the decision not to put a goalkeeper on the bench, and for most of the time it works absolutely fine, but these are the times when you think, oh no. And you don't wish it against the other teams, absolutely not. Even in the title battle. Big time Belfast. Hamstrung by a goalkeeper. France scored their penalty. Half time at 50 minutes. We go to Belfast. Otherwise, okay. Buffon, another thigh injury for this match. And stat wise, when Belfast were much better, and the one shot has gone past Petit. Yes, tactics, of course. Petit in midfield. No goalkeeper. Absolute jumble. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Not good. But I think I'm sticking to my guns and not putting a keeper on the bench. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. I'm not going to be... yeah, it's so rare. It's a blow. A real blow. Move wing backs up with short arrows. Yes, indeed. Cafu. Zidane for Emerson. Like that. That way. Okay. Shillelagh's will be unchanged. Oh, the German plays Mr. Penalty. Dear me. That wasn't good. France have a chance to equalise in their next one. Petit's made a save. He has made the save. Shillelagh's no reason to make any changes. Belfast, of course, this is the team that we are at. We're going to there. Condition wise are all still okay. Will we be seeing Del Vecchio? We have 2 yellows. Yeah, understandable. It's still just the one goal here between the sides. Scored past Emmanuel Petit a minute after Buffon went off. Still chances for big time Belfast. A close run match, definitely. 1-0. I mean, yeah. Well played Shillelaghs, of course. But it's a shame that the goalkeeper was out. But then again, Mr. Shillelaghs does put a keeper on the bench. And we don't. Let's hope Buffon's not out for too long. You get a big unlucky as it is. We go into the next game. Go to Green Park Rangers. Oh, this one leaves the league leaders to the last game. G D P no. We'll be playing against the draft. So Green Park Rangers and the draft. This is a huge game. 3rd and 4th. Changes from last time out. Cannavaro is back in for Klumper. They had a 3-0 defeat to big time Belfast last game. Nedved out of the team, of course. And last time out, the draft beat Samba, who were on a great run of form. Have they got any change? Oh, yes, definitely some changes here. Rivaldo and Madovic here. It's a Giggs and Madovic here. Patsasolu is out for Nesta, and it's Vesterveld still in goal. There have been a few changes here, definitely. Dick Tucker, refereeing this one. Rivaldo with the first chance puts it well off target. France need to score their penalty to stay in the game. Still 0-0, half an hour in. Do-do-do. Goal for France, 5-all. We are still tied here, right near the break. And half-time whistle is there. First half where both teams have been pretty even, to be honest. Nothing of note for GPR or the draft. We await changes as Germany score another penalty. Leave for no. Well, it's been an entertaining start to the second half, clearly. A corner. Conditions, dead 82, but that's his fitness, isn't it? His stamina is very low as the French player looks scared as they're about to take this penalty. Saved, yep, there we are, she looks scared. We await changes. We have something being typed. So just pop into Shillelagh's while we await the result of that one. Shillelagh's all fit, playing pretty well. Sorry, Shillelagh's draft. The draft, of course, the team that are actually better. Penza for Collins. Swap with Honachinu. Just check it's the only change. Let me know. Maybe all good. Yeah, all is jolly hockey sticks. Onwards. Dede! Yes, the goal just after the changes. He doesn't have the stamina to last, but clearly he does. 1-0 it is, 20 to go. Huge match here. The draft need it to have a chance of finishing the top three, really. Can they get anything back? No, it's Inzaghi just off target. Green Park Rangers came in a very, very important 3 points there. And, I mean, again, pretty evenly matched. Tackles, pretty even passes, pretty even headers. Yeah, it goes one way or the other. But Dede is with the goal. He's a second of the season in 15 league games. And a vital one, definitely. Rivaldo must have had a bit of a knock towards the end of that game against Jeremy, 6th man of the match. And a good game. We're going to the Stout Rush match at the end here. Port Rush versus Stout, the final one. As we have a look in any news, Marcus Heaton is back in training. Don't know where I'm looking there, should be looking here. Of course, they lost the last match, but they changed things up with George Assos moving back to a normal position, Dusha out, and yeah, Outdoor Hafiz has moved back into that midfield. Brooking comes back in. For Port Rush, they've gone back to almost how they've been playing for a lot of the season. Vito Bayer playing back in the league again. Freesas Totti behind. And yeah, looking solid. After winning 2 nights Cookstone in the Cup last time out. Roy McCann looking not to be involved, but can't play everybody. Michael Fornicator taking charge of this one. Well, Stout looking much better in the early stages here. To try to take a yellow card, though Emma Losevic has also got a booking very soon after. Portrush corner taken, and Jai was off target with his attempt. Nearly half an hour in, and Portrush don't look like they're really taking it to their opponents. They need to just take the win and go clear at the top, but it's not as easy as that, is it? Start putting up more than a fight. played in, and Paredes on the stroke at half time scores just his second goal in 22 league games. Potter's looking slightly better. And they'll stay as they are, and Stout will certainly stay as they are, all fit as it is at half time. Not much in the opening minute or two of the second. George Jatos putting one off the target there. Subs. Stout, everyone's still above 80%. And nobody's playing fives, are they? No. We have a look at Portrush. Veron not in the best of form. Totti, well, he's going to, usually the man who comes off anyway, but he's going to come off. And so let's do the usual. Yeah, do the usual. We'll move that arrow there. Forward in Kov. Swaps place with Baumer. There we are. Half an hour left. And Stouts were under a bit of pressure. Tomasi put in one wide. Falcharin takes a yellow. Another save from Arturopoulos. Quite a few Greeks on the pitch here. Jai's booked. Frisas with another chance to play, but no goal. Penalty turned down. 5 minutes left. Save from Arturopoulos again. A yellow card. I think there's another Portrush player in the book. It's a really action-packed end to this one. And 1-0 it is. That was a decent match. Well, that we said, passing good for Portrush. And Jai winning 11 tackles, but putting in 22. So 11 out of 12 would be much better. Players have played reasonably well. Baumer, one of the top performers, Veron picked up his performance later on. And Paredes with the only goal of the game. For Stout, Arturopoulos, clearly the best player that they had. So the results, with 4 clean sheets in this one. Green Park Rangers beating the draft 1-0. Glebe losing 2-0 to Ballycastle and almost really being the end of them. Portrush beating Stout 1-0. Shillelagh's beating Belfast 1-0. Yeah, shame for Belfast, definitely. And Samba 3 and Trim 1 sees the title changing hands at the moment to Portrush. That means that there are, 3 goals between them at the moment, plus 29 and plus 32. Yes, 3 goals between them. 5 points further back, Green Park Rangers, and another 6 back to the draft. 10 behind that, Ballycastle, who've leapfrogged Stout with that performance. Also, the only other team with a positive goal difference. Glebe, 1 more match. If they don't win, they're definitely down. They have to win all 5 and hope Shillelagh's pick up no points to avoid the automatic relegation playoff regardless. And Samba have joined the battle for 5th and Trim 5 ahead of Shillelagh's. Into the first division, all the top 3 won 1-0, 4-0 and 3-0 as Dromore, Cookstown and Updraft respectively. Cliftonville beating Distillery 2-1 and Brian Strain got a goal in that one. And the other game, Glentoran 0, Coleraine 2. And I can't remember who the Jim McCloskey plays for. He plays for Distillery. And Distillery they were beaten. McCloskey did play, and McCloskey did not get the assist today. The table looks like this, with Dramore on 103 goals, Updraft 101, Cookstown 96. 1 point again at the top and 3 further back to Cookstown. If Dramore can win all their games other than their Updraft final day, they are certainly in the playoff. And Cookstown need a swing somehow in that way to avoid missing out on that top 2, which is possible. Seagull got 8.9 for his average rate in the league. Gareth Barry's moved himself into this top section, doing very well. 37 goals is 14 clear Robbie Keane and 3 further ahead of Michael Owen. Glenn Ferguson's 15 puts him in 7th place in the league, and McCloskey is top of the assist by 2 to Agawa Robbie Keane. A few more climbing into that chart there at the moment. In terms of yellow cards, Gareth Graham is 7, and red cards, nobody has more than 1 in the Premier Division. Mondragon, Vieira and Smertine have 2 each. Goals wise, Vrissas is 3 clear of Nikiforenko. And in the assists, Kieran Dyer and Ryan Giggs are level. Poborski 1 behind. Referee, best performing ref this season is David Shaft. Michael Schmeichel and Larry Pike just behind. Pike has got 23 more yellows than anybody else. And in the first division, top ref John McDowell, Bill Oddie, Ken Wack just behind. Anyway, I'm going to look at the fixtures for next time. Updraft away to Cliftonville, Drumore away to Coleraine, and Cookstown at home to Crusaders. And in the top division, Antrim versus Green Park Rangers, Belfast versus Glebe. Well, we might be saying bye to Glebe. Portrush versus Samba for the draft and Shillelaghs, and Stout versus Ballycastle. I'll progress to save while on here. Pele is out. Oh, he's had problems. Can't keep it up. Samba's being injured. Carlos Marino is back in training. And this match, and he was removed from the squad. Tomasi is booked and missing the next 2 games. So that will be Mendieta coming into the starting lineup, we assume. Is it an international match next? Glebe furious. Don't sack him. Don't sack him. Wow. Pires offered to his Zerias now on a 6-match ban. Wow. 6 matches for his 12 yellow cards in the league. Which means he's now missed. He will have missed. By the end of his ban, he's had 13 matches of bans for this season. Wow. Before, just out for a week. 6. Dallas injured. Carrier back. Not Carrier back. Twenty got rejects offer of a contract. I'll go back to them. We shall offer him a deal. He can't be offered enough there, can he? So will we be able to get him in on a contract this way? He wants more than the team are prepared to offer him. Rejects it again. Obviously he's wanted to have a new contract, so Canobio signs a contract. Montella signs an 8-year deal which of course is doing at the moment. Walter Samuel banned. He's got one match to go. Buffon out, but there's still 12 days till the match, so he's not missing any games though. Mersky, yeah, Tomasi, of course. 4 players on a yellow here before suspensions. Glebe, Ray Parlour with like a contract before they get relegated. Cruyff, 6.46, that's awful. Castle, Guerrero wants a contract. Oh, it's off my screen. Adrian Moore players. Transfer deadline. All 0 transfers that we made this season. Transfer deadline has passed. Five all. What match that would have been? Oh, whoa, whoa, what's it clicking at? I'm clicking randomly. Shakhtar 5, Red Sky. Red Star 5. It's a game. Rangers out. What a game. Kuzuzov taking the praise. He's definitely been playing well. Fabio Aurelio, Francis Jeff is on international duty. Mackay out for a week. He's had a few injuries this season. France versus Northern Ireland, B international. Well, let's be international about it. Have we got any tactics to load? We shall load up that one and just see how it goes. Stuart Taylor, let's put him in goal. Defence, well, it's not much choice for a centre back actually. 1. Defensive midfield will be Ishave. So let's just put an extra attacking mid in there. On the right will be Castro man. On the left, Jim McCloskey, of course. Oh yeah, all the players are on the right. Castro man, McCloskey, Castro man. Package alive. Rayad. Mikovsky. Vasilichin. Not due anyone but. You can have an extra goalkeeper on the bench for that. Nope, don't swap them over. Charisma is playing in a weird position for him, but why not? Let's do this. Well, he didn't last long. Find out the substitute scores. Wow, looks good in this one. Not all it is. A 10 at one point for Wayne Musilich. Alright, there's a France won. Goal from Gibril Cisse towards the end. Man of the match, Rayad. Probably, oh dear, Poborski and Smirty. Carlin, back from injury. Ruggera's new contract. Kincladger should be in the first team. Not convinced. Sean Dyche on international duty, it says here. There he is, last time round. They played and they won convincingly against Malta. This is only a friendly. Jean-Marc Gounon. Not Jean-Marc Gounon, the Formula 1 driver. Subs involved Dyche, Haas, and well, Kincladger should be given an extended run of the first team. Esteberia, run. Eight subs. Salihamidzic. 2 caps, 3 goals. It says Jean-Marc Gounon. I mean, he sounds French. Referee in a French match. So I'm out. My boring first half. Let me just check that nobody's too dead. That'll be okay. It's still okay. Ado. Go for Dyche and Kincladger. Go for Esteberia. It's Hussein. And a goal for Franck Leboeuf. I won the World Cup. 1-0. 6-0 to Germany versus Romania. Daisy out. Jerry Johnson getting a boost. Phil Harron. We say this is actually game week 32. And to get things sorted here, I'll sort my things out tomorrow. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, anyone who has been watching, and we'll see you again soon. Good